Hello and welcome to On the Street. I am Bukumi Ayo Ario. Many young people are familiar with the term mentorship or mentoring. Well, some of them, when you talk to them, they'll tell you that they have mentors. Yes, today we'll be looking at the subject of mentoring, and we'll also look at another special aspect of mentoring, which is the e-mentoring. See this.
In life, following the footsteps of other people is common, but not practiced by everyone. This is evident in the various conceptions young people have about mentorship.
I have a mentor. I believe mentor should be someone that I can look up to when you need help or when you have any problem. Someone that I can talk to that can help you in any problem.
Nature is so blessed with variety there. You could learn from virtually everything happening around you. So you don't have to follow a particular person before you could get it right.
I believe in anything you want to be or achieve in life, you have to have a mentor. And it's through the mentor that will help you on how to go about it to achieve what you want to become.
I have a mentor because mentorship is actually necessary for you to have experiences and for you to be able to relate with other people's experiences, especially in your field of study or your field of endeavor or profession.
I believe very well in mentorship, and I think it's the right thing to do, but for now, I don't have a mentor now. But then, I believe I just have some people that I just look up to, and I love one or two things that they've done, but I know that I want to totally be like them. But I believe mentorship is something that is really nice.
I have a mentor because in life there's people that you have to follow their lead. Like there are people that you have to look up to. Because for reasons being that they have achieved some things that you actually envy in them. So I actually believe everyone should actually have a mentor.
I think, they have similarities in terms of being a mentor and then being a role model. But I think that the fundamental difference is proximity. You can have a role model that doesn't know you, but you can't have a mentor that doesn't know you. All right? So a mentor there's a one-on-one relationship with you. So for example, if I'm in a particular field, I can see somebody that is a model, all right, for a particular role that I'm in. So if I'm in the speaking field, for example, there are people in that field that can be role models to me. However, the moment that I get one of them to be interested in me, enough to invest their time and their other resources into me, then a mentorship relationship has started. So that essentially is the difference.
For those who have latched onto the idea of having a mentor, there may not always be the chance for a personal relationship with a mentor.
My mom is my mentor for now, because I'm more closer to my mom. Like if I have any problem, my mom I will speak to first.
I don't have a personal relationship with my mentor.
I don't really have a personal relationship with him. He's my lecturer actually, and it's just a classroom relationship which we share. I have a personal relationship with my mentor. Yeah, it's very personal.
No, I do not have a personal relationship with my mentor. I have a personal relationship with my mentor.
As the youth continue to advance in their use of technology, aspects of their lives are also being adapted to fit this use. In the mentoring process, there's also the constraint of distance between both parties. These are the reasons why mentoring across digital platforms is gradually gaining ground.
I've never taken advantage of e-mentoring before, but if you ask me, like I said before, Daniel Steele and stuff, most times I read about her. Okay, I've read about her history and background online. If that's what you're talking about, then I believe maybe I've done a little bit.
For now, I've not explored that, except with my mentor. Once in a while, we chat and we relate through electronic means. But apart from that, other e-mentoring, I've not seen the person or someone I just fancy online. No, I've not explored that for now.
I've never come across e-mentoring before.
Oh yes, I've taken advantage of e-mentoring before. I've downloaded some works before, and even there are some e-mentoring sites, some websites where they give e-mentors. So I've also made use of that.
I've never taken advantage of e-mentoring.
I make use of e-mentoring because my mentor is far away. He's not someone I can easily get access to.
I've never heard of the e-mentoring or come across or used it before.
A few mentors have started to adopt technology in reaching out to young people with regards to the mentoring. And some have even gone as far as having apps. And I'm one of those who've created an app especially for young people to mentor them. Because with this, you can reach more people. You can reach also not just more people, but you can also there is something now because young people are turning to technology. They're making use of technology. You can get them interested. One-to-one mentoring will work in some cases, but e-mentoring seems to be working because young people are into technology, and this is helping, to get them interested.
When it even comes to one-on-one, so take me for example, I do a bit of traveling because of the kind of work that I do. So I travel a bit. So I have people that say to me, or I have maybe that I mentor directly, and maybe I'm meant to speak to them at least once a month. And then I'm somewhere in another part of the globe. I can actually utilize technology, Skype for example, and have a mentoring session with them. So that is also e-mentoring. But in reality, you can also have a lot more breadth. In other words, you can actually reach a whole lot more people utilizing technology. So for example, I know people that have sessions where what they do is that they have a lot of people that say, oh, I'd like you to mentor me. And they say, okay, register on this platform. Once you register on that platform, I'm coming now. It might not be very individual, it might not be very specific, but at least some degree of mentoring is actually going on.
Now that one-on-one mentoring and e-mentoring seems to be playing the same roles, one form of mentoring seems to be the preferred option among the youth.
I believe one-on-one mentoring is better.
It depends on the individual and the level of convenience. If you can afford to meet the person one-on-one, I think that's far more better. It's fabulous. You can read the body language, you can see how sincere the person is, then the person will be more forthcoming. But in the absence of time and presence of very long distance, well, you can consider the option of e-mentoring. After all, half bed they say is better than none.
I think one-on-one mentoring is better because you can see each other close contact and you can talk to each other face to face.
I think having a one-on-one contact would be the best because you get to meet the person. You get to meet the person in person and have a closer relationship than online.
Well, I'll prefer one-on-one mentoring because at least I can see the person and relate more with the person directly.
One-on-one mentoring is better because I know for one that there are some times when I would have issues and I can call my mentor as late as 1 a.m. or even send him a message and he replies, then I get off it. And sometimes you need some quick responses when you are in a fix and you don't know what to do. And because even my mentor had to sometimes spoon feed me, and it was quite beneficial.
But Sina Adelaja-Olowoake does not share the opinion that one has to supersede the other.
I'm not suggesting that e-mentoring will take the place of one-to-one or face-to-face mentoring. It has its place. One-to-one mentoring has its place also. And I think they can complement one another rather than taking over completely. It can actually complement, e-mentoring can complement face-to-face mentoring. As I've said earlier on, it would only help in certain cases, i.e. where distance is involved or you're trying to reach a large number of people all at the same time.
For this mentor who has proteges in over 3 countries, creating an app has made things easier.
I decided to build this app because I realized that young people these days use more and more technology. And if you're trying to reach them, you need to use something that they're interested in. There are certain areas where one-to-one mentoring just wouldn't work because the trust is not there. The children are not just interested, in coming to meet you, and so this is just something using what they know and what they like to reach them. Incidentally, I never thought I would build an app. I was actually in Ghana visiting and working with a few young people when someone said to me, why, instead of traveling all the time between the UK and Ghana, why don't you do something, to help you reach those people? And that was when the idea to build the app came. But since the app launched, we've had people contacting us from Kenya, Uganda, Rwanda, and also, so I have mentees in these countries now.
He takes us through the use of this application.
You don't need to pay. The app is free. It's available on Google Play. It's free because we want to reach as many young people as we. In fact, we have a slogan that we're targeting 1 million African youths to mentor them through the app. So you don't need to pay. It's free. And yes, we have a facility on the app wherein you can contact a mentor. You don't know who the mentor is though, because we've got a group of mentors that work with us on the project. So you actually have there's a possibility and a chance for a one-to-one mentoring.
With this technology, and even in the case of one-on-one mentoring, certain criteria is needed for one to choose a mentor.
There are a lot of criteria that I use in choosing my mentors, and part of it is the person's personality, what the person has achieved so far in life, and probably some people that the person has mentored.
My passion, like I told you before, I love writing, and I love the way Danielle still writes. I love her books. I love the message she portrays in her novels. So actually, that's my own major reason.
The reason why I picked the person as a mentor is because of his expertise in that field. He has been able to exploit it, and he has been able to succeed within a short period of time. And also the fact that he's young, I can relate with him, and he's young, and which means that I can do it without having to wait for a very long period of time.
I think that first and foremost, there's really a limit for effective mentoring per time, all right? Now, mentoring doesn't have to be forever. It can actually be for a phase of life, right? So if, for example, personally for me, I have a number of people that once I begin to exceed that, I actually become ineffective. I'm not able to, give attention to people as much as I would love to. So I usually like to watch the number in that regard. Now, for other people, right, what you could do in terms of trying to be effective is, the first thing I try to do is, I want to make sure that, you're not just excited about me, I can actually really mentor you. I have what it takes to mentor you. So I think a lot of it has to be, number one is the scope, how many people are you willing to run with, and number two is, what content, do you have the content to mentor people effectively? If not, it's not going to be effective.
While mentoring has its benefits, here's a word of advice for those who don't believe in it.
You can do anything you want, right? But in reality, I think that the value of mentorship is that there are many mistakes you will avoid. There are many things you will learn that you don't have to learn with your own life. I mean, experience, they say, is a great teacher, but not your own experience all the time. So essentially, I'll say that you can live without mentors. It's the same way you can live without going to school. Are we together? But there's going to be a consequence for it. So what I usually advise is that you make sure that you utilize mentorship. Mentorship can speed up your life, it can enable you become more effective and make less mistakes in life.